Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to do what?
The PRGE swap meet?
Swap meet pickup and miscellaneous pickups from 2022.
Early 2022.
Yeah. We're not probably going to be doing the regular monthly pickups anymore.
No, our acquisitions have been, is it waning? Have been waning.
Yeah.
So
we'll do them on an as-needed or interest basis. But we did go to the PRGE swap meet for the first time in 2 years.
Woo!
Yeah, the last one we went to was in 2020, and we had to leave early because our daughter got sick.
January 2020, yes.
And then COVID hit, and everything's been shut down. So this is the first time we've been back. But we'll get to those pickups and that swap meet towards the end. I want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we've gotten in the last 3 months, starting with 2 months. Starting with one that I forgot to mention that we got in December.
Oh boy.
And it got stuffed to the side, and I forgot about it, and that is Doom 3 VR Edition. GameStop had this new for $5.
Oh, is that? I went to go get that.
You went to go get it. I said, would you be willing to go to GameStop and pick up a game? It's $5. And this is it. We got this back in December. It is still sealed.
Yeah.
But I couldn't walk away from Doom 3 VR for $5.
I'm never playing that.
Even though I've never played it. All right, in more recent weeks...
I couldn't finish the other Doom. There's no way I'm playing VR.
You know, we gave people the impression that you were like a big Doom player.
I was when it was like on the computer
when it was
and not as realistic.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Too much now.
All right, I saw somebody tweet about this.
Oh, goodness.
They had this, and I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. And I looked it up on Amazon, and it was a thing. It is a Famicom to NES cartridge adapter. I don't know. I liked the form factor. You stick the Famicom cartridge in, and it slides into a top-loading NES just like normal. And it was $15, so I bought it.
So you had to have it.
So I had to have it. And then I saw they had a Super Famicom one, and it was $15. So I bought it too. I haven't tested these. It seemed like a useful device to have sitting around for whatever reason. I can play this on the... Yeah, just to have, just
that way you'll have it.
Yeah, that way
you'll have it.
Anyway, I got a couple of cartridge adapters. Those will be nice in case. I do have some Famicom cartridges. I do have some Super Famicom cartridges. I'm still waiting to get my Retro AVS USB system, or Retro USB AVS. Those things got delayed another year.
Keep on waiting.
Keep on waiting for those. So maybe I'll use this to play my Dragon Warrior that I got, Famicom that I got at the last PRG we went to in 2019. Okay. Yeah. And then a friend of ours on Twitter, TopSpot, mentioned that Nintendo was selling these things. And I guess they were, at the Nintendo store? You could trade in some coins, which I never used for anything, and some money, $7 for shipping. And they would send you a Nintendo Switch card case. And I thought, okay, I'll do that.
Why didn't I do that?
Why didn't you do it?
Yeah, I forgot. I totally forgot to look.
You don't have points. I take all the points. I take them all and put them on my account so I can take them. Anyway, it's still sealed. I thought I would use this, but then I'm like, oh, these Nintendo promotion things, I keep sealed. Yeah. So here it is. I appreciate it. Thanks, TopSpot. Yeah. I had no idea I wanted this until you said I did. Okay.
Oh, the TopSpot.
That was good. All right, and then something more exciting, one of my favorite pickups of the last 2 months, one I recently got, is Enduro Racer for the SMS. Now, you might be asking, but Eric...
Don't you have all the SMS games, Eric?
Don't you already have... Yeah, exactly. Well, it turns out this is a variant. This is what is called the Bold and Blue variant. Maybe I'll put up a picture of the original version. This has got a bold text, action... on the back, it's got 4 pictures down the side instead of 2 across the top. And it's the 1990 blue re-release. This manual is dated 1990, and it's got a blue cartridge. Now, our friend RetroPixel a few years ago got me the blue cartridge version. But it was not this variant case and manual. So I've added the case and manual to my Blue Label variant collection.
That is like a lot.
It was,
variant.
For what I paid, to get just the paperwork, yeah. But that's what you have to do if you're a Master System collector like I am. I don't have a choice. My hands are tied.
It had to be done.
Had to be done. Anyway, I'm excited to continue to add Blue Label variants to the Master System collection. Okay. So that was it for January, February,
pickups.
Things we forgot in December.
Yeah.
All the rest of this is stuff we got at the swap meet.
This is probably like the smallest GOTS we've ever gotten.
Big time.
From a
big time.
Expo.
Is there anything to say about the expo? It was at the normal expo spot. We saw a lot
Doubletree Hotel.
The locals. A lot of the locals. It was really good to see those people again.
Yes. It was crowded.
Number of people. It was crowded. We didn't have to wait in line. We got in. We arrived late though. We got in.
There was some expensive items. Things were expensive. How about what was that Minish Cap? Was it Minish Cap?
Oh yeah, I can't remember what that went for.
I think 300.
300? 300. Complete in box, The Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap for the GBA. I remember paying $70 for it, probably about 5 years ago now, and thinking that was outrageous.
70, yes.
Yeah. Now it was apparently 300. The prices were pretty high. Pretty high. So we didn't buy a lot, and I don't know if I wasn't feeling it or not. I was hoping to go in there and buy a bunch of Atari games for $1. No.
They were like,
they're not charging $1 for Atari games now. They're charging like $5. I think the cheapest Atari game I saw was $3. So anyway, we only bought a few things. It was probably our cheapest, and more than half of it is one item.
Yeah. Which
we'll talk about at the end. So why don't you talk about these two guys?
Okay, so you were talking about how you wanted cheap PS4 games for
I need cases because my Shenmue 3 case is smashed.
Yeah. So they had, this one booth just had Destiny 2 and Starlink Battle for Atlas, and that they were $5 each. And I was like, I'm going to get these 2 for $5.
2 for $5.
So I walked up and said, would you do these 2 for $5? And he said, yes, I would. He goes, you got me at a good time. Late and I'm tired. That's when the deals come out. And I said, okay. He also had like 5 copies of each of these. So I was like, this is going to work.
I think... So, the Starlink one I'm interested in, because why not? I've got it for every other system, and I've got all of the ships and stuff.
Yeah.
So this one I might just keep to have.
No.
This one I have on Xbox One. I don't care about Destiny 2 at all. I'm going to swap this out for my Shenmue 3 case. So, okay. So, $250 for brand new PS4 cases. I got a game. I mean, I guess I consider this a game.
Expensive, but
still, not bad.
It was something.
All right. So...
Yeah,
okay. I did buy some Atari games. It's been a few years, so I'll remind. I've been collecting telegames, any kind of Atari. I guess I mostly focused on telegames. Most of them were too expensive for what I was willing to pay, but I did get 3, and I'm pretty happy with 2 of them.
And you tried to bargain, and he was kind of like,
Yeah, this was the guy. Most people, I'll offer a price. I guess I'm not very aggressive with my pricing because most people accept it right away. This guy came back with a counter, and I'm like, okay, fine, that's fine. I'm just trying to make it, get a buck off here and there. That's fine. Blackjack. Telegames Blackjack. Cool. I have the manual for this already. So nice to get the cartridge with it. It's a nice shape. I like.
Oh yeah, we should say there was no manual getting.
I didn't get any. Oh yeah, we would have started with that. I didn't get any manuals. I looked. We looked. I pulled out like 12 manuals, and then I'm like, got it.
I felt like there wasn't a lot of tables with manuals.
No, I didn't see very many.
Maybe only like 2 or 3.
Didn't see very many. This, to Melissa's chagrin, is a duplicate. I checked my spreadsheet. I read it wrong. I already have this game. It is Night Driver Telegames.
We looked.
Sorry. I can't
even tell you how many times we looked also, and he was like, I think I need this game. And then he goes, oh no, I have that game already.
Yeah. I was like, 4 Swords for Game Boy? I don't think I have that. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, I've got it complete. Oh, great. Don't need to buy that for $80. All right, so I didn't bring my printouts this time.
No.
That was a mistake. Because I couldn't have you check anything. Yeah. I'm on my phone. I don't know how to use a phone. My fingers are fat. I need pen and paper.
And we bought a duplicate.
And I bought a duplicate. And I only bought like 10 games. So buying 10% of them are duplicates. That's embarrassing. All right. This one I almost walked away from, and I'm really glad I didn't. I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was faded. This is Superman for Telegames. It's white labeled. And I'm like, this can't be faded. It's too perfect to be faded. But I don't know. I'm glad to have this. It seems... Look, I looked these up on price charting. I don't think I can trust price charting. The prices there are insane, too. So, apparently I got a good deal on this game. It was a few bucks. Apparently it's worth quite a bit more, or a bit more. I don't know if I buy that. But anyway, glad to have Superman for telegames. That was neat. And then there was this, and then this was like the only place that had, there were like 2 places that had Atari games. This is the only place that had 7800 games that I saw. Every single one of them was badly damaged, or I had it, because they're all
the same.
They're all the same games, except for this one. And this is Super Huey UH-IX. Maybe it's UH9. I don't know. Super Huey for the Atari 7800. I bought this because it's a 7800 game that I don't have. And the labels here were not punctured and destroyed. So, I don't know. I don't know if this is a very good game. I listened to the 7800 podcast, and I'm sure they talked about it. I got a feeling, look, chances are it's not a great game. But it's one that I didn't have, and I was happy to buy a 7800 game. All right. Always enjoy walking out of there with NES games.
That's true.
Right?
You do.
So I did make a point towards the end to look for NES games. I bought one that I had been waiting to get for a long time. This one's in really good shape. Stinger. Konami. Silver Label Konami Stinger. Didn't have this one yet. Pretty good shape. Happy to finally have it. I know that I've looked at this at a number of expos in the past. I've probably looked at this at like 5 or 6 different expos and never bought it. Today, I said, today is the day I get Stinger. And there was a really good copy, and the price was right. And along with that, I think I picked out like 3 or 4 other games. Ultimately decided to put most of them back, except for Taboo: The Sixth Sense. Now, why did I buy this? Because I remember seeing ads for this all the time in Game Pro. And one of the games I put back was Vegas Dreams. And I was like, that was another one I used to see in Game Pro. I wasn't sure. I would have maybe bought that one too. But Taboo: The Sixth Sense by Trade West. Okay, so 2 NES games. Glad to have these in the collection. And finally, why don't you talk about that one? You bought that one.
Yeah, well, this is one you saw.
I saw it there and I walked away, and then I saw it there and I walked away. And I'm like, I've never seen this game before. And I saw this in Game Pro magazine, ads for it.
Yes, it was Shove It, the warehouse game for the Sega Genesis. And so you said, I kind of want this. And it's
in really good shape.
Yeah, there's no manual though.
Except it doesn't have the manual.
Is kind of weird for you. I guess I don't need to open it.
I never buy this stuff
without manual.
But I've never seen this game before.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen it too, because I was like, is this even a real game?
Yeah, it looks kind of cheap.
Yeah, and then we looked it up, and they were selling it for about the right price, and I said, well, let me see if I can get a few dollars off.
You can get it for for 15. We'll just 15? Say we paid 15. They were asking 20. We paid 15.
So.
And you asked, and you said, how about 15?
Take 15
no manual.
Cash.
Yeah.
Yep. You always gotta say the cash. That's how you get them.
The cash helps because they don't have to pay percentage fees on them. Okay, and then the big purchase. Okay, no.
Let's do this one. So then
the smallest
purchase. I always like to get a little something for the girls when we go. And so there was a table that had a bunch of Animal Crossing stickers. And so I spent several minutes there looking, and then I was texting.
You spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, I did.
Like 15 minutes.
Okay. And I was like, do you like any of these? Do you like any of these? And so I got several stickers for the girls. So
they know about that?
Yeah, they know about that.
Yeah.
And then she gave me this little card case. She was like, you want the card case to hold them? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Absolutely I do.
Absolutely I do.
All right. And while you were doing that, I managed to go like halfway around the entire room.
So then I'll tell
found
the story.
something. Okay, go ahead.
Story. Okay. So you had been going around, and I came up to you. I finally met up with you. And I was like, hey, you know what? Because we weren't really getting anything. And I was like, you know what? I'd love to find that controller. The Switch Pro controller, the Splatoon one. That's what we always look for. And maybe we should just buy it today, since we're not really buying much else. Because it was always kind of expensive. And I was like, Plus, I couldn't always find it new. I wanted to find it new, and maybe list price or a little bit more. And so he was like, oh, yeah, you want that? And as he's doing it, he's opening up his backpack. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, you mean this one? And I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So that was a huge, nice surprise. And I was like, yeah, I had no idea. And it was funny because we were standing 1 or 2.
We were right next to the booth where I bought it.
Where you bought it. And I hadn't even, and there was another one out there and I didn't even see it.
Yeah, I think they had bought a few.
Yeah.
They had bought a few, and so, so while you were messing around with this, I'd made my way, like I said, halfway around, and as soon as I saw it there and I saw the price, I'm like, oh, I'll pay that.
Yeah.
We've been looking for this for a while, and I looked at it, I looked it over, and it was still sealed, and I'm like, oh, It's not even a question. I still asked for a few bucks off, and the guy said he wasn't sure, and he did it. He did it. I said, well, I'll pay, I said I'm paying cash. He said, yeah, we can do that. They made like a razor thin, like I think he made like a $1 profit on me or something like that. But
that's okay.
So that's okay. But he said that's okay. Yeah, we'll do it for $1. At least I'm not losing money. And I said great. Thank you. That's nice. So we've been looking for this for a while. It's been on your wish list for a while.
It has.
And as soon as I saw it and you weren't there, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna buy this and surprise her. And I was just gonna surprise her when we got home, but.
Then I asked.
But then you asked, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our big purchase. This thing represented more than half of everything else here. Everything was pretty cheap.
And I got something. Like, I don't usually get, I'll say that I'll look for stuff, but I don't usually get something just for me.
Yeah.
There's a couple expos we've been to where I have gotten stuff for me. So I even got something this time.
Yeah. So it was
a
a lot of fun. It was for 2 days. We were only able to go on Saturday because our daughter had a thing play for her school, so we went on Saturday, and like I said, we saw a bunch of the the local Northwest, Portland and Seattle people that were there. We said hi to a number of people. It was fine. We didn't stay very long.
No,
we didn't go both days. This was kind of easy for us. We arrived an hour late. We just kind of strolled around and we looked, and I wasn't feeling it too much. We bought a few things. And I did 2 passes and I was like, okay, that's fine.
I mean, we got good stuff.
It's okay, yeah.
And the thing is I think, too, we were, like, hoping for more because it's been so long. But usually when we go to that, we're not getting, like, a lot.
No, I usually don't spend a lot.
So I think,
one.
so I think it was like, oh, we're going to go and we're going to find all this stuff because it's been so long. And, but it's also not a place where we usually find stuff. So if it hadn't have been for COVID, we would have been like, okay, this is normal.
It's fine. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time, and it was good to see.
It was still good. It was good to go do
after 2
that
years.
again and to be together for that. So
and to have them like start kicking this back up and
so
crossing our fingers for PRGE.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's it. That's our pickups for the expo and for the beginning part of the year. I don't know when we'll do another pickup video. Whenever we get some interesting stuff, we'll throw one together.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for now.
Okay, sounds good. If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.